Welcome to EDM News. It's Monday. It's time again for your #1 news source here on YouTube for all electronic dance music news. The last couple of days were quite exciting. Of course, the second week of Tomorrowland. A lot of people were a little upset that the Swedish House Mafia didn't show up. It was rumored that they might actually close the entire festival, but they were replaced by Dimitri Vegas, Like Mike, and Steve Aoki. Swedish House Mafia fans were very disappointed, and as you know, there are still these rumors that the Swedish House Mafia will start canceling more and more of their appearances on festivals and in smaller clubs, because they now are working on a deal with Live Nation, which is like one of the biggest concert promoters, organizers on the planet, to host their very own Swedish House Mafia tour. This would of course give them the possibility to do more live stuff that they started now that they're reunited. They're not DJing entirely anymore. They're implementing more and more synthesizers, forming themselves more as a live electronic dance trio. One of their upcoming tour stops of the reunion tour in Helsinki was actually cancelled. Steve Angelo made it public that it was due to their equipment failing. They played in the rain, it failed, they had a backup in Croatia but couldn't take it with them. So at the end they unfortunately had to cancel and are now trying to reschedule. But also in that post he's explaining that they're not DJing anymore fully. It's kind of a hybrid DJing live kind of setup. And I think if they start like their own concert tour, they will do more of this and of course have the entire light show geared towards them playing live, similar to maybe deadmau5 or for example Eric Prydz at the moment. Speaking of Eric Prydz, who could actually be the 4th member of Swedish House Mafia, Jeff got a bunch more news all from Tomorrowland and also about Eric Prydz having to cancel his entire show at Tomorrowland. So stay tuned.
What it is, what it was, what it's going to be, YouTube. I'm Jeff POSH. Let's jump right in. Eric Prydz, Prydz. Let's talk about Eric Prydz. So Eric Prydz will not be performing his Holosphere stage at Tomorrowland. It seems that one of the stages collapsed last week and they'll be unable to set up. Eric Prydz will still perform, but the collapse of the Freedom stage will not allow Eric Prydz's Holosphere stage to be set up in time. It was for Tomorrowland's annual neighborhood party that the roof of the stage collapsed, and that is preventing all of this from happening. Eric Prydz will still be performing on the Freedom stage, but they just completely removed the roofs. Outside of a sad face emoji that Eric Prydz posted on Twitter, there's no other comment about this. And Tomorrowland says that all the rest of the acts will continue to perform on the Freedom stage as scheduled as planned. So if you're going to see Prydz at Tomorrowland, don't expect to see the Holosphere stage because it's not there, but do expect a great experience from the music of Eric Prydz. Moving on. This just in, arrest reports at Tomorrowland. Let's talk about that. So following the announcement of the death that happened last week at Tomorrowland, there have been many more incidents, many arrests, and a lot of detains. So 200,000 people flocked to week 1 of Tomorrowland, and 24 people were arrested for drugs. 231 people were also detained for either possession or use of illegal drugs. 820 ecstasy tablets were confiscated, including 75 fakes. 139 grams of cocaine were also confiscated. 198 grams of MDMA were also confiscated. 153 grams of ketamine were confiscated, and only 9 grams of cannabis were found confiscated. 231 festival goers were also caught with possessions, but instead were given fines. So the fines were for soft drugs, 75 euros, and if you were caught with harder drugs, you were fined 150 euros. They did not classify which was soft and which was hard. However, if you were caught there and you were fined, you have received a lifetime ban from Tomorrowland. With Tomorrowland tickets costing upwards of 281 euros, plus travel, hotel, accommodations, food, the ban actually ends up being far worse than the fine itself. A reference according to the Brussels Times last year said that over the 2-week period last year, 62 drug dealers were arrested. What you guys think about the fines and the arrest? Moving on. Ultra Music Festival 2020. Let's talk about it. So Ultra Music Festival confirms their 2020 return back to the faithful, long-time Bayfront Park. It's not going to be moved. It's not going to be at that whack location like last year. It's back to where it used to be. And yeah, we're all happy about that. For the past few months, the location and the future of Ultra Music Festival has been real uncertain, and nobody has been knowing what's going on about it. The Ultra Committee, the commissioners, the city, they were all fighting. We brought that news to you. We broke that story to you a little over a month ago. And now it's confirmed. So yeah, it's back. Good news. Ultra first started in 1999, and the first two events were at Collins Park. The remaining were at Bayfront Park. And that's where everybody's known. Are you going to Ultra? Let us know in the comments below. Moving on. Marshmello. Let's talk about Marshmello. Marshmello just switched up agencies. He just left United Talent Agency for William Morris Endeavors. Let's talk about that. So Mello's time with UTA is no more. In 2018, United Talent Agency acquired Circle Talent Agency, and that's when they acquired Marshmello, who is all but confirmed to be Christopher Comstock. Come on, man. We know it's Christopher Comstock. Formed in 1898, William Morris is the largest running talent agency in the world. They represent everything from music, fashion, sports, all types of entertainment. And Christopher Comstock, Marshmello's addition to this William Morris agency will give him multiple endeavors. Those new endeavors will go beyond music. So yeah, with the William Morris agency, television shows, sitcoms, films, all these things, be on the lookout. Marshmello's coming. So Comstock right now is into esports, merchandising, and many more ventures right now. So this is a good deal for him. And Marshmello has reached everybody from hardcore EDM fans to the kids that play Fortnite. He's also just released his own app. It's called the Mello Gang app. Go check that one out. And multiple dates at his residency at the Chaos Day Club in Vegas. So be on the lookout. Marshmello's got many things in the works, and he's not going away anytime soon. So stay tuned. Coming to you live and direct from San Francisco, California. I'm Jeff Posh. Thank you for watching this episode of EDM News, where it's one thing I know and it's two things that's real. If you want to hear the real, you're going to hear it here first on EDM News. You know the slogan, one ear to the streets, pulse of the culture in our veins. Let's kick it back to John. Peace.
Thanks a lot to Jeff. There is no way I could end the video better than him, so don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Next week, again, EDM News.